Shalom, shalom, Yabba Bashaman, Bahashem, Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Giving all praise to the Almighty Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm going to be doing chapter 3 of Proverbs today. So I'm going to get right into it. But I'm just going to bring out a couple of precepts. Not going to drag it out too long. Alright, so Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1. Said, my son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart. So I get a couple precepts. This is Slovakia. This is Proverbs Slovakia. Sorry. So this is I'm gonna get Luke chapter 6. So like Luke chapter 6, verse 45. It says, a good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh. So, it says, let mercy, this is Proverbs 3:3 says, let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck, right? Write them upon the table of thy heart. So, bring that out to say that if we dealing with mercy and truth, it's going to come out the good treasure of our heart. And if we're not speaking those types of things just because there's evilness in the heart, if we're speaking the opposite of mercy and truth. I want to get Sirach chapter 33, verse 3 and 4 says, a man of understanding trusteth in the law, and the law is faithful unto him. As an oracle, prepare what to say, and so thou shalt be heard, and bind up instruction, and then make answer. So, once again, going back to Proverbs 3 said, let not truth and mercy, or mercy and truth forsake thee, bind them up about thy neck. It's Sirach. It's talking about binding up instruction, and that instruction comes from wisdom, which is given by the Most High. Let's get that real quick. Apocrypha, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1. Slovakia. Sirach chapter 1, verse 26 says, if thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and Yahweh shall give her unto thee. So that is something that the Most High has to give you from you keeping the commandments, when you following that instruction. So binding that instruction up in your heart, that instruction of all around instruction, but in this case, we're talking about that mercy and truth, and the truth is the law. So we can get that really quick just to show what's that? That is Psalms 119. 1 second. That is Psalms. Psalms. Get it. Psalms 119 and verse 142, I believe it is. So this is Psalms 119, verse 142. It says, "Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth." Right? So when we're talking about binding mercy, having a merciful spirit speaking with mercy to someone, and truth speaking with, the wisdom of the scriptures, the wisdom of the law, and having mercy, when we are dealing with these things. So we're going back to keeping the law, binding it about our neck and written on the table of our heart, in our spirit, right? So we go to back to Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 4. It says, when you do those things, when you have that law and dealing with mercy, it goes on in verse 4 to say, "So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man," right? So I can get a quick precept: the sight of God and man. This is let's see where I want to go. Let's go to Psalms 111, verse 10 says, "The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, a good understanding of all they that do his commandments. Praise endure forever." Salakia, that's not the one I wanted to get. Kind of hear this Luke 2, verse 52. It says, "Yahweh shall increase in wisdom and stature and in favor with the Most High and man." And this was because he gave understanding on certain situations, and he gained favor with the Most High and with man. All right. So I want to go back. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. It says, "Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding." Right? So I want to get a precept on that as well. Not leaning on your own understanding. It says, Psalms verse 37, verse 5, "Commit thy way unto Yahweh, trust also in him, and he will bring it to pass." So you commit your way to him, you let him know, make your request be made known, as the scriptures say, to him, and trust in him that he's going to bring it to pass, and he will bring it to pass. Right? So as well, I want to go to Psalm 37:3 says, "Trust in Yahweh and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed." I'll go to Proverbs 28:6 real quick. It said, "He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely shall be delivered." And walking wisely is walking with the Most High, because like it says, keeping the commandments. In Sirach 1:26, if you desire wisdom, so you can walk wisely, keep the commandments, and the Most High will give her unto thee. So we're gonna go to Proverbs 3:6. It says, "In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path." So I want to go to Proverbs 16. To get a little more understanding with that. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 16 and verse, let's see, verse 3 says, commit thy works unto Yahweh, and thy thoughts shall be established. Right? He established our way, he established our going. It said, Yahweh made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the daily evil. Everyone that is Salakia, that's not what I want. But verse 3, commit thy works to Yahweh, and thou shalt, and thy thoughts shall be established. Salakia. Verse 9, it says, a man's heart deviseth his way, but Yahweh directeth his steps. So I'm gonna go back to Proverbs 3 and verse 7 now says, be not wise in thy own eyes, fear Yahweh, depart from evil. Fear Yahweh, depart from evil. I'll just get one precept on that. There's a couple I had want to bring precepts out on. Says, be not wise in thy own eyes, fear Yahweh, and depart from evil. This is Job 28:28. It says, and unto man he said, behold, the fear of Yahweh, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. So we're supposed to fear the Most High, which is wisdom, and depart from evil, which is that understanding. So I want to go to Proverbs 3 and verse 8. It said, it shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Honor Yahweh with thy substance, and with the first fruits of all thy increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of Yahweh, neither be weary of his correction. So I want to read a couple precepts. It says, Job 5:17, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. I'm going to go to Psalms 94:12. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest, O Yahweh, and teachest him out of the law. So, it says a couple of precepts on chastisement. We're going to go back on to verse 12 of Proverbs. Says, for whom Yahweh loveth, he correcteth, even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. So, I'll write one precept on this. Revelation 3:19, it says, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. verse 13 of Proverbs 3 says, "Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace," which is a fruit of the Spirit. Verse 18, "She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. Yahweh by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding hath he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck." Right? Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For Yahweh shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. Say not unto thy neighbor, Go and come again, and tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it by thee. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. Strive not with a man without cause, if he have done thee no harm. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. So I want to go get a couple of precepts on that one. So I'm going to Psalms 37:1 says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity." Proverbs 24:1, "Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them." Psalm 73:3, For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." Proverbs 1, verse 15 through 18 says, "My son, walk not thou in the way of them, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path, for their feet run to evil, and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood, they lurk privily for their own lives, because the Most High will take vengeance on those that shed innocent blood." Right? So we're going to go back to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 32. Says, "For the forward is abomination to Yahweh, but his secret is with the righteous." Now let's go to that word forward real quick. says it means in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, habitually disposed to disobedience and opposition. So it says they're habitually disposed, right, to do to be disobedient. This is they have a habit of being disobedient. They willfully are disobedient, and I'll go to one in dictionary.com real quick. It says willfully contrary, not easily managed. So they contrary, being contrary or set to do wrong is an abomination, the Most High says. So we'll go back, verse chapter 3 of Proverbs, verse 33. The curse of Yahweh is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Verse 34, surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. Verse 35, the wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. So this was chapter 3 of Proverbs. Most High willing, it was some edification. Receive that. I'll say shalom.